All right, so we're at South Kingstown High School gym for tonight's game between Bishop Hendricken Hawks and South Kingstown Rebels. The starting lineups first for the Hawks. Number 3, Justin Perez. Number 10, Andre Andujar. Number 14, David Lynch. Number 24, Azmur Abdullah. And number 31, Cameron Hughes. And then for the Rebels, number 1, Shane Jedson. Number 5, Jaden Esposito. Number 10, Lavelle Shepard. Number 12, Andrew Mosier. And number 13, Nathan Tyler Robinson. And here's the jump. You got Hughes for the Hawks and Andrew Mosier for the Rebels. Hughes wins the top with the height advantage there. Out of bounds, it's going to be South Kingstown Rebel basketball. So Hazard's inbound for Jedson. Jedson's going to give it to Tyler Robinson. Back to Jedson. Jedson to Hazard. To Esposito. Esposito to TR. TR looking for room. Getting a jump shot there. Just off the mark. Bouncing around there. Rebound Hawks. That time it's Abdullah going right to the rack. Passing it off around the corner. Perez now with the ball. Giving it off to Lynch. Lynch to Perez. Giving it inside to Hughes. Hughes is going to try to body himself around. Nope, passing it out. Jump shot there, missed by Andujar, and that's the Rebels going right down the court. Tyler Robinson with a nice easy bucket there. Rebels up 2-0, 7:15 remaining in that quarter. Great start for the Rebels so far. Good job by Mosier, not letting Hughes get anywhere in the paint. Now Andujar with the ball. Andujar's going to give it to Abdullah. Abdullah to Perez. Perez guarded by Jedson. Giving it to Lynch. Lynch is going to go. Nice pass there by Lynch. Giving it to Abdullah for the easy bucket for the Hawks. Jedson's getting double teamed by there by the Hawks. And that's going to be a kick ball on Lynch. South Kingstown basketball. Jedson to TR. TR guarded by Lynch, giving it to Mosier. Mosier to Jedson. Jedson trying to give it to Esposito, but it's a steal by Perez. Perez is going to go right to the racket, right to the bucket, and it's going to be a foul called on the Rebels. And that's going to be a shooting foul, so Perez at the line for 2 free throws. It's going to be an interesting matchup for South Kingstown. Out a bunch of guys today: Cromack, Hassel, Young, and McGonigal. Perez's first free throw is good. Hawks up 3-2. 6:39 remaining in the quarter. Perez's second free throw is missed. Hazard with the rebound. Hazard's going to look for space again, dribbling around, giving it to TR. TR is giving it to Mosier. Mosier's pass is almost stolen by the Hawks. Esposito tries to keep the ball in bounds, and Hawks with the ball. Lynch is going to go right to the rack. Nope, giving it to Abdullah. Abdullah with the ball, passing around. Perez trying to give it to Hughes inside. And Mosier again fights for the ball, getting a jump ball. Great start for Mosier against Hughes, who obviously Hughes has the huge advantage high-wise, but Mosier's not backing down, getting some grit so far. Lynch is to inbound for the Hawks. Esposito guarding. He's going to give it to Andujar. Going to give it back to Lynch. Lynch now with the ball, guarded by Esposito. Hughes is going to be wide open, and he's going to go right to the rack just off the mark. Fighting for the ball is Hughes there. Almost a travel there by Hughes. No call there, and Perez gets the easy layup there for the Hawks. Had to fight for that bucket there for the Hawks. Hawks now up 5-2 with Perez at the free throw line. Six minutes remaining in the quarter. Perez's free throw is good. Hazard's going to inbound for the Rebels. He's going to give it to Esposito. Esposito to Jedson. Jedson's pass is deflected by Lynch, and Lynch is going to go right to the bucket. And it's going to be a timeout at South Kingstown. Good timeout there by Herberman, trying to stop the Band-Aid while we do it now. 5:53, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout with with the Hawks up 8-2. It's going to be interesting. You saw two quick fouls there for Jedson. Jedson's going against his former team in the Eagles. Transferred back to South Kingstown during the quarantine time last year. Halfway through the semester. Great defense so far for Hendricken. They've gotten 2 to 3 steals so far in the game. Good pressure there. We'll see how South Kingstown adjusts. Izzy Wally is entering the game for the Hawks. Hughes gets taken out quickly, and he's going to take a break, much needed break after fighting down low. Great defense by Mosier so far. Esposito with the ball. He's going to give it to Jedson. Jedson's going to try to get it across the line, giving it to Hazard. Hazard now with the basketball. We'll see how they set up their offense now finally at half court. Jedson now with the ball. Gets a quick pick there by Hazard. Jedson's going to try to go right to the rack. Nope, going to pass it out to Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson's shot is no good. Tipped by Mosier, and it's the Hawks ball. Perez now with the basketball, giving it to Lynch. Lynch is going to give it to Abdullah. Abdullah now with the ball. And that's going to be Perez for 3, just off the mark. Rebound, Jedson. Jedson's giving it to TR. TR now with the basketball. He's going to go right to the rack. Nope, he's going to pass it to Hazard. Hazard now with the ball. He's going to look for some space. He sets it up, giving it to Tyler Robinson, 17 on the shot clock. Tyler Robinson's going to give the ball to Esposito. Esposito's looking for space, can't find it. Now he's giving it to Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson's going to go right to the rack. Missed layup there. And Izzy Wale is going to lead the charge for the Hawks. Wally's going to go right to the rack. Nope, going to pass it out to Perez. Perez to Wally. Wally off the backboard, and it's good. Hawks up 10-2. 4:30 and counting left in the quarter. Jedson's going to give it to Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson to Jedson. Jedson to TR. TR back to Jedson. Got to get it across the line. Yes, they do. Giving it to Esposito. Esposito fakes a pass. Now giving it to Jedson. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Jedson's going to go right to the bucket. And it's going to be a foul called on the Hawks. And Jedson's going to shoot 2 free throws. Rebels staying in this game so far. Decent start for the Rebels with 4 players out, and obviously you can see there's a height advantage on the court for the Hawks. Jedson's going to shoot 2 free throws. His first free throw is off the mark. We'll see how he does going up against his former team in the Hawks. I think he's going to want to compete a lot. I think he's going to compete at a high level today. But I think it's going to be a lot more difficult for him than most of the other players on the Rebels, not going up against the Hawks in practice and stuff like that. Jedson's second free throw was good. Now it's 10-3 Hawks. Wale for 3. Just off the mark. Rebound Hazard. Hazard's going to dribble it around. Double team there by the Hawks, and that's going to be a steal for Lynch. Lynch jumper, and it's good. It's good. It's a lot of pressure for the Hawks. South Kingstown needs to do a better job of looking at the pressure and finding the open man. Jedson's going to have the ball now getting across the lane. Yep, he gets it across the line. And then Esposito passes it. And it's going to be deflected off of the Hawks. And it's going to be South Kingstown basketball. 3:39 remaining in the quarter with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Jedson to rebound for Esposito. Esposito with the jumper. Just off the mark, rebound Mosier. Nice job there by Mosier. Getting the nice rebound there and putting it right back up for the Rebels. Trying to keep them on the scoreboard there. Abdullah with the ball. Abdullah to Andujar. Andujar loses the ball, and that's going to be Hazard with the rebound, giving it to TR. TR is going to try to move the pace a little bit, giving into Mosier. Mosier to Jedson. Jedson's going to try to body himself in there. No call there. Doesn't get his call there. Tough call for the Rebels. And it's going to be Wale with the ball. Wale's going to look inside. Can't find anybody, giving it to Andujar. Andujar to Lynch. Lynch is going to try to body himself in there. And he does against Esposito. Has the 3-inch mark on Esposito. Tough pass there for Jedson, but he gets it across the lane, giving it to Tyler Robinson. Esposito with the ball. Sees the double team, giving it to Jedson. Hazard's going to go right to the rack. No foul called there. Tough look for the Rebels. And it's going to be Andujar with the basketball, giving it to Abdullah. Abdullah to Wale. And that's going to be a traveling violation for the Hawks. Checking in for the Hawks, number 11, Jack Graham, and re-entering the game is number 31, Cameron Hughes, and then entering the game for South Kingstown is number 14, Cam Holland. Esposito with the ball, looking for room, giving it to Holland. Holland giving it to TR. TR gets across the line, fakes the pass, just looking around, giving it to Hazard. Hazard to TR. TR is going to look for some space, looking for some picks inside. Can't find any room at all. Now he's going to give it to Hazard. Hazard with a contested jumper for the Rebels. Close to the three-point line, but just off in the two-point range. Perez now with the basketball. Now Hughes is going to go right to the lane, and he's just going to body South Kingstown down low. TR to Holland. Holland to TR. TR is going to look for some space, gets double teamed, finds Holland. Holland's going to get it across the line, giving it to Mosier. Mosier to TR, and that's going to be a traveling violation on TR. Andujar is going to enter the game, re-enter the game for the Hawks. Walleye with the ball for the Hawks. Graham now with the basketball. A little push there by Holland. No call there. Graham's going to try to find some space. Now giving it to Walleye. Walleye to Hughes. You see the double team come, and that's going to leave Lynch open for three. Tough defense there for South Kingstown, not having the height advantage. You got to double team Hughes. TR giving it, going to try to give it to Esposito, but it's going to be a traveling call again on Tyler Robinson. Tough start for the Rebels. Yep. And you're going to see Jedson re-enter the game for TR after TR had two traveling calls there. And that's going to be an interesting timeout for the Hawks. You got 1 minute remaining in the quarter. We'll see what the Hawks come out with offensively. We'll see what type of play they get here. And it's a 30-second timeout. If you're South Kingstown right now, you've done a decent job handling the zone, handling the double teams. It's been up and down, but they got to find a cleaner way of getting to the double teams, fighting through traffic. And then what South Kingstown might want to look at is, okay, if you double team Hughes down low, you're going to leave someone open for three or a jumper that might be easier for them. Why don't you just you got to play strategy here. You could try to make Hughes make foul shots by fouling him easily and not making buckets, but that's tough there too because you don't want to get into too much foul trouble going into the game. And Declan Holy enters the game for the first time tonight for South Kingstown. Lynch is now at the ball for the Hawks. Looking for some space, guarded by Esposito. Giving it to Walleye, but a nice steal there by Jedson. Jedson giving it to Esposito. Esposito gets blocked. Esposito not fast enough there. And Mosier just jumper. No good. Hazard now with the rebound. Puts it up. No good, but it's going to be a foul called on the Hawks. Good job there by South Kingstown there. Getting to the foul lane. Getting right to the basket and getting a foul charged on the Hawks. That's one thing South Kingstown might want to do as we go further in this game. Try to get the Hawks into foul trouble. Especially try to get Hughes into foul trouble so then you don't have that big guy down low. Hazard's first free throw is good. And for the Hawks, you're going to see Perez re-enter the game for Abdullah. Rebels down 11, 25.3 left on the clock for the first quarter. And that's going to be a second free throw missed. Hughes with the rebound. Now Lynch with the ball, dribbling up the court. Looking for a pick there. Nope. And Wale going right to the rack, and it's going to be an easy layup there. No contest by South Kingstown. Don't want to get into foul trouble early. Jedson's already with 2. Jedson to Holy. Holy back to Jedson. Holy's going to give it to Esposito. Esposito to Holy. Holy gets double team, and there's no chance he's going to fight through that contact. Perez now with the ball. Loses the ball. Mosier almost with the steal. Now Wale with the ball. Looks to go to Hughes. Doesn't. Giving it to Lynch. Lynch with the jumper. Looks at the clock, and it's going to be no good. So far, South Kingstown down 21-8 after the first quarter. Not a bad start for South Kingstown. I'd just say better defense. Defensively, you can't give up 21 points in the first quarter. You might want to figure out how you want to attack the Hawks defensively. Do you want to go out and say, okay, we're going to attack Hughes. We're only going to focus on Hughes. Then you got to leave double teams, and you got to make sure that the double teams are condensed, making sure that there's not an easy pass lane for Hughes just to pass it out to his jump shooters. And then also, once he's open for 3, you got to close those gaps. And then offensively for South Kingstown, you just got to handle the double teams. A lot of double teams, a lot of zone. They got to handle those. If they can get it across half court, they're in decent shape. I've not seen a lot of half-court defense for the Hawks. We'll see moving forward how South Kingstown handles it, as well as how their half-court defense is. Just give me 1 minute and 30 seconds left until the second quarter. And we'll be right back in a few. Also, I would like to mention that after every quarter, we have to clean the basketballs due to the circumstances at hand. Esposito to inbound. He's going to give it to Jedson. Jedson now at the basketball, guarded by Lynch. He sees open space, just trying to find some offense. Holland's open. Holland's going to fake the 3. He's guarded by Hughes. I don't know how Holland's going to manage against Hughes. Jedson's going to go right to the rack. He's going to pass it out to Esposito. Esposito for 3 off the mark. Wale is going to lead the charge for the Hawks. Now Lynch has the ball. He's going to look for some space, going to go in charge. Jumper no good, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Lynch, trying to just body South Kingstown. And that's not going to work, my friend. Jedson to inbound. And giving it to Esposito. Esposito giving it to Jedson. Jedson giving it to Esposito. Esposito back to Jedson. Getting it across the half-court mark. Giving it to Holland. Holland's going to go right to the rack. And doesn't. Nice pass there. Giving it to Hazard. Easy bucket there for South Kingstown. Nice job there handling the double teams. And now the Hawks are going to bring in Abdoulaye for Lynch, after Lynch was not happy that he got called a foul. Interesting substitution for the Hawks, as so far Lynch has been their best player. And Perez is taken out of the game. And Lynch is going to actually come back in the game because Perez had to come out with a, looks like a boo-boo on his kneecap. And Abdoulaye with the basketball. He's going to lead the charge for the Hawks. Giving it to Lynch. Lynch is guarded by Jedson. Jedson closes well there, but just a jumper over him. You got 6:50 remaining in the quarter. Jedson gets double team. Now Esposito gets double team. Now Jedson with the basketball. Giving it to Holland. Holland gets double team. Giving it to Jedson. Jedson's going to lead the charge. Giving it to Esposito. Esposito's open for 3. Jaded Esposito for 3. It's going to be 6:35 left in the quarter. Rebels down 10. Hughes with the basketball. Going to try to body inside Declan Holy. see the double team, but double teams the wrong way, and Hughes just absolutely dominates in the paint so far. Jetson to Esposito. Esposito to Holland. Holland's going to give it to Holy. Holy loses the ball. And that's Abdullah with the 3-point shot. No, sir. Hazard with the basketball, giving it to Holy. Holy to Hazard. Hazard now with the basketball, giving it to Jetson. Jetson's going to look for some space, and he's going to take the three. Shane Jetson for three. Nice job by the Rebels getting those 2 3-point shots. That's what the Rebels need to do early on after getting down against the Hawks. Hughes is going to try to body him, and that's going to be an offensive foul, just trying to run right into South Kingstown. He has been, so far, what you've seen from the Hawks is they have tried to absolute body South Kingstown down low. We will see how they will be doing later on. Number 22, Cameron Chin, enters the game for the Hawks. And Jetson's going to go right to the rack, and it's good. And the foul. Great job there by Jetson. Sees Herman want them to hurry up because of the clock and not getting to half court just yet. And he movies on along and going right to the rack. Great job there by Jetson against his old team. Now he's just got to take advantage of the free throw. Great job there. And his free throw is good, so that's a 3-point play, and the Rebels are going to be down by 6 with 5:23 remaining in the quarter. Abdullah with the ball, giving it to Lynch. Lynch is going to dribble around, going to try to body Jetson. Jetson plays good defense there, out of bounds. It's going to be Hawks basketball. Great job there by Jetson, not letting Lynch just absolutely body him there. And now number 12, Andrew Mosier is going to enter the game for the Rebels, taking out Holy. Abdullah with the ball, going to give it to Lynch. Lynch to Graham. Graham is going to go right to the rack. A little bit faster there. Jetson was thinking he was going to body him there, but Graham just tried to speed right past him. Holland gets double team, giving it now to Jetson. Jetson gets it over the half-court line, giving it to Mosier. Mosier pass for Esposito's, and Esposito's 3-point shot is just off the mark. Abdullah is going to go right to the basket, and it's good. Holland wasn't expecting him to try to go right around him, thought he was going to body him. That's one thing South Kingstown's defense has to improve. They can't expect the Hawks to body them every single time. Andrew Mosier's 3 is off the mark. Rebels down 10, 4:20 remaining in the quarter. And that's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to be South Kingstown basketball. That drive there by the Hawks is a little bit sloppy, and it's going to be a timeout. And that's going to be a timeout, South Kingstown, and that's going to be a full timeout. So you got 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half. Rebels down by 10. 4-possession game so far for the Rebels. They're keeping it closer than expected. In the second quarter, they've done a great job. You've seen 2 3-point shots, and then a great job there by Shane Jetson going right to the rack, seeing the speed of the game really go to them. Excellent job so far. So obviously, you can see South Kingstown is motivated to beat Bishop Hendricken, a private school, and we'll see how the Hawks go with the next 4 minutes and a couple seconds. For Bishop, after when Shane Jetson was guarding Lynch, he wasn't playing as well. I certainly believe that defense, he was against him in practice from his days at Bishop, and I think that's really helped him so far in the game. Had those 2 quick fouls, but ever since those 2 fouls, he's played quality defense, not fouling. Jedson to TR. Now Jedson with the basketball. Don't see the two-man there, so TR has the basketball. Now it's the two-man, and that's going to be a foul on the Hawks. Pretty easy call for the ref there, being a little ticky-tack there. Jedson to inbound. He finds Hazard. Hazard's going to look for some space. He's going to give it back to Jedson, and that's going to be a traveling violation. And that's going to be a travel on Hazard. That's a tough call for Hazard. And the Hawks Perez is going to re-enter the game for the Hawks. Abdullah is going to inbound for the Hawks, giving it to Perez. Perez to Chin, back to Abdullah. Abdullah looking inside, and that's going to be an offensive foul. And that's going to be a lane. Actually, that is going to be a lane violation on the Hawks. He's there for more than... Seemed like he was there for like 10 seconds. Jedson giving it to TR. TR giving it to Mosier. Mosier's going to give it to Jedson. Jedson to Hazard. Hazard off the mark. Rebound Jedson. Jedson's going to go right to the rack. Contact. No call on the foul. And it's going to be South Kingstown basketball with 27 on the shot clock. 3:37 left in the half. Jedson to inbound, going to give it to TR. TR with the basketball, fakes the pass to Mosier, going to go inside and trying to pass it to Mosier, and the ball is going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Hawk basketball. Wale is going to re-enter the game for the Hawks. Abdullah with the basketball for the Hawks. Abdullah to Wale. Wally giving it to Lynch. Lynch is bodying inside. Esposito had no chance there. Jedson to Esposito. Esposito giving it to TR. TR gets double team, fights through the double team and going to go right to the rack. Yes, he does. No call for the foul. There's contact. Mosier with the rebound, and it gets stolen away by Wally. And that's going to be South Kingstown basketball. And Cam Holland's going to re-enter the game for South Kingstown. And with South Kingstown bringing Cam Holland, the Hawks are going to counter. And it's going to be a traveling violation on South Kingstown. Abdullah now with the basketball. He's going to give it to Perez. Perez looking inside. He's going to go right to the basket, and it's going to be no good. And it's going to be a foul charged on South Kingstown. Perez is going to be at the line for the Hawks, shooting 2 free throws after the contact by South Kingstown. Perez's first free throw is no good. .251 remaining in the half. Rebels down 12. Perez's second free throw is good. Jedson is going to inbound for the Rebels, giving it to Holland. Holland's going to dribble a little bit, and then pass is going to be deflected. And it's going to be Wale who goes right to the basket for the Hawks. And that's an easy bucket there for the Hawks. Jedson's going to inbound to TR. TR now at the basketball, slowing the pace down. See the double team, giving it to Hazard. Hazard's going to shoot a jump shot. No good. Rebound Jedson. Jedson gets contact from Perez. Perez with the rebound, giving it to Wally. Wally with the jumper, and it's good. But it's going to be a bump by the Hawks, and that's going to be a South Kingstown basketball. So the basket does count, and then it's going to be a foul on the Hawks. TR with giving it to Jetson. Jetson gets a pick from Holland. Now Esposito with the ball, giving it to Holland. Holland to TR. TR jumper, no good. Rebound Hughes. Hughes to Wally. Wally going right to the basket, no good, and Hughes with the easy bucket there. Nice rebound and put back for the Hawks. TR giving it to Jetson. Jetson's going to move the ball a little bit, now giving it to TR. TR with the basketball. And ball is stolen by Abdullah. Abdullah is going to go right to the basket, but it's going to be a travel called on the Hawks. And now Andujar is going to check in for the Hawks. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout for South Kingstown with 1:47 left in the second quarter. And then Lavelle Shepard's going to check in for the Rebels, number 10. During the last 3 minutes of the game, you saw the Hawks start to take control of the game, getting a lot of points off of turnovers, off of missed shots, and going right to the basket. Jedson giving it to Shepard. Shepard to Jedson. Jedson now with the basketball, giving it to Esposito. Esposito to Jedson. Jedson to Holland. Holland looking around, can't find anybody, and Jetson's going to come get the ball. Jetson going to go right to the bucket. Fighting through double teams, giving it to Mosier. Mosier fights through double teams just off the mark. Mosier's going to try to come down with it, but it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Hawks basketball. Perez giving it to Wally. Wally now with the basketball. Giving it to Andujar. Andujar is going to look for Hughes to set the pick, and he gets the pick. Nice switch there for the Hawks' advantage. Shepard's going to guard Hughes here, and Shepard goes the opposite way, and he's just going to get bodied inside from Hughes. Holland now with the basketball, and that's going to be a blocking foul on the Hawks. Tough call for the Hawks, but wasn't set there. Was moving a bit. McClung is now entering the game for the Hawks, and it's going to be 1-1 since they're in the bonus. His first free throw bounces around. It's going to be off the no good. And Shepard with the jump shot, and Shepard's jump shot is good. Wally now with the basketball, giving it to McClung. McClung gives it to Hughes. Now Perez with the basketball. Perez is going to give it to Wally. Wally now with the basketball. He's going to look to give it to Hughes, doesn't, gives it to Perez. Perez now with the basketball. Perez to Wally. Wally's going to look for a jump shot, 5 on the shot clock. Gives it to Lynch. Lynch is going to do a jump shot just off the mark. And it's going to be a shot clock violation as it did not hit the rim. You got 19.8 seconds left in the quarter. Shepard now with the basketball, giving it to Holland. Holland giving it to Esposito. Esposito is going to try to find some room. Doesn't, now giving it to Holland. Holland to Shepard. Now Shepard's going to try to calm it down just a bit. Now Jetson with the ball. Jetson for 3, and it's good. And now Wally with the basketball is going to just shoot it up for the Hawks, and it's going to be no good. Now at halftime, it's going to be 40 Hawks, 24 Rebels. And there was a foul on the last shot of the half. And Wally's going to shoot 3 free throws. His first free throw is no good. His second free throw is good, increasing the lead for the Hawks. And his third free throw is good. So that just increases the lead for the Hawks by 2. And that's going to be in the end of the first half, and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. All right, we will be back in about 5 seconds when the game starts, but so far during the half, you saw some offensively, you saw South Kingstown not really get anything going offensively, but you saw small spurts of what they can do defensively with maintaining Hughes down low. With Mosier basically guarding Hughes, basically the only one who has limited Hughes' abilities down low. And Jedson has been playing good defense after the 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. You're going to have Jaden Esposito with the basketball, and that's going to be a foul on South Kingstown. Abdullah is going to inbound for the Hawks. He's going to give it to Wale. Wale now with the basketball. Guarded by Shepard. Ball is going to be out of bounds. And the refs are going to discuss because the ball hit the referee. And they discuss, and it's going to be Hawks basketball. Abdullah to Wale. Wale now with the basketball. Shot clock at 22. It's going to be Perez with the basketball. Gets a pick from Hughes. Gets the switch the Hawks wanted. Now Lynch is going to go right to the bucket. It's going to be no good. Bouncing around. Lynch again. Missed layup there by Lynch. Fighting for the ball, and Holland comes down with it. Oh, if he had the quick pass there for Esposito. Esposito was wide open for 3. Now Jedson's going to be with the basketball. Nice pick there by Mosier. Now Esposito with the basketball, giving it to Shepard. That's going to be a foul on the Hawks. And substitution for the Hawks. Now you're going to see Jack Graham coming in the game for the Hawks. Jedson for Shepard. Shepard's now with the basketball. Now giving it to Jedson. Jedson's going to give it to Mosier. Mosier with the layup. Nice job there by Mosier. Getting the easy bucket there. Now Perez with the basketball for the Hawks, giving it to Abdullah. Abdullah giving it down low to Hughes. And that's going to be a foul on Mosier. That's Mosier's 3rd personal. You got to watch out for that if you're South Kingstown, because Mosier's the only one so far who has really played good defense against Hughes and got that little easy bucket there for South Kingstown, trying to get them getting back into the game. Wale now with the basketball, step back 3, just off the mark, and Lynch is going to come down with the rebound, giving it to Perez. Perez with the left hand, and that's going to be and 1 for the Hawks. After Mosier picking up those quick fouls there, now you got Holy coming in the game. Hughes is still in the game for the Hawks. I would not be surprised if at some point quickly they switch it up, maybe go to someone else. You're going to see the press from the Hawks again. Jedson's now with the basketball. He gets the press there. Almost a steal by the Hawks, giving it to Holland. Holland, Esposito. Esposito to Jedson. Jedson's going to go right to the basket, and it's going to be a foul called. Jedson's not happy with the call. Tough call there for Jedson. Abdullah now with the basketball. He's going to be guarded by Holland. Now he's going to give it to Wale. Now to Lynch. Gets the pick, and Lynch picks up his dribble, giving to it's going to be a jump shot for the Hawks, and it's just off the mark, and it's going to be South Kingstown basketball. Hedricken's coach is not happy with the call at the three-point line because there's no foul there. No advantage for the Hawks. Jedson now with the basketball for the Rebels. He's going to give it to Holland. Holland, Esposito. Esposito gets pressed. Going to throw it to Jedson. Jedson for 3. And Shane Jedson hits a 3-point shot over Cameron Hughes. That is big right there for South Kingstown. Getting that shot above Hughes, who is 6'6", powerful down low. Lynch is going to give the ball to Wally. Wally is going to go right to the bucket. No good. And now Lynch with the basketball, giving it to Wally. Wally back to Lynch. Lynch off the mark, and that's going to be a rebound Jedson, and that's going to be a traveling violation on the Rebels. Tough call there for Jedson. Almost could have been a little bump there for the Hawks. Almost a foul there. Now for the Hawks, you got 11, Jack Graham entering the game, as well as number 22, Cameron Chin. And Lynch is going to inbound the ball for the Hawks. Lynch looking around, can't find anybody. He finds Wale. Wale guarded by Shepard. Wale's going to go right to the left. Going to pass it to Graham. Graham for three. Way off the mark, and it's going to be Shepard with the basketball. Shepard giving it to Jedson. He does not want the pick there. Jedson's going to give the ball to Shepard. Shepard gets the pick. Going to get a jump shot, and it's good. Shepard with the easy jump shot there. Now you got six minutes incoming left in the third quarter. Rebels starting to get some momentum, getting closer, and that's going to be a traveling violation on the Hawks. And sooner rather than later, you're most likely going to see a timeout for the Hawks. And yes, you do. You see a timeout there for the Hawks. South Kingstown gains momentum there. Inching back into the lead is South Kingstown. If you're the coach, Gomes for Bishop Hendricken, you don't like what you saw there. Easy buckets for South Kingstown. Really didn't defend the press. Wasn't really working to their advantage there. You're going to see, I'd say, press at certain points because certain players aren't handling the press as well as others. So you got to figure out how you're going to handle which guys you're going to press. Obviously, with Mosier on the bench with 4 fouls, you're going to see them try to go right at the lane. You're not going to see Hendricken shoot as many jump shots, 3-point shots with Mosier on the bench. That'd be the key for Hendricken. The last couple of minutes, you saw Hendricken settle for jump shots, 3-point shots, traveled, and stuff like that, where you got to see Bishop going right to the lane, trying to kick it out for 3 if they're open, or just try to get fouls called on South Kingstown. That's what I'd recommend for Coach Gomes and the Hawks. On the other side, for South Kingstown, you just got to keep it up. You got to, at certain points, figure out ways to maintain the press, slow it down a little bit, and then once you have the momentum, you got to go right to the rack. And a couple things I'd like to mention for South Kingstown is there has been people open for 3, but South Kingstown's 3-point percentage is not very good this season, so going right to the lane is the right decision, not passing it out for 3. And then jump shots for South Kingstown. They got to limit the jump shots of shooting for them and just driving right to the lane. And Jedson with the basketball for the Rebels. Guarded by Perez. He's going to give it to Esposito. Esposito guarded by Lynch. He's now going to give the ball to Jedson. Again guarded by Lynch. Going to find some space, 14 seconds on the shot clock, giving it to Esposito. Esposito fakes the 3, and that's going to be a traveling violation on South Kingstown. And Perez is going to inbound for the Hawks. Wale with the basketball. 4:40 and counting left in the third quarter. Perez is going to body inside. Now he's going to pass it out to Wale. Wale for the easy bucket there. Jedson now with the basketball getting pressed, and that's going to be an easy foul called from Hendricken again. And you're going to see Shepard inbound, giving it to Jedson. Jedson now with the basketball. Guarded by Wale. He's going to fight through some contact. He's going to give it to Esposito. Esposito's going to fake the 3, and nope, he's going to shoot the 3, and it's going to be rebounded by the Hawks. Lynch is going to give it to Perez. Perez loses the ball, but nobody's there to gather it, and Perez with the easy bucket there, using the backboard to his advantage for the Hawks. Now Jedson with the basketball, giving it to Hazard. Hazard's going to go right to the lane. It's going to be blocked by the Hawks, and that's going to be South Kingstown basketball. And Lynch was looking to get a charge on South Kingstown, but they go with the jump shot there. And Jedson's going to inbound for the Rebels. South Kingstown's got to find some space for Jedson. Shepard's open. He gives it to Shepard. Shepard now with the basketball. 18 on the shot clock. Shepard almost loses the basketball. And it's going to be a bump on Perez. And that's going to be reset the shot clock. Now they got 30 seconds left on the shot clock for the Rebels with 3:48 remaining in the quarter. Esposito open for three. And it's good! Jaden Esposito for three! 3:40 and counting for the quarter. Shepard guarding Andujar. Andujar giving it to Graham. Graham is going to try to body Holland. Doesn't. And he misses the layup there. Shepard now with the basketball. He's going to take a jump shot there just off the mark. Rebound Graham. Lynch with the basketball for the Hawks. Giving it to Chin. Chin giving it to Lynch. Lynch to Graham for three. Off the mark. Rebound Jetson. Jetson's going to try to pass it to Esposito. And Graham gets the steal there. Now Graham with the basketball again. Giving it to Chin. Chin for three, actually. And it's going to be a fight through contact. Esposito with the rebound. And it should be a traveling call. Yep. It's going to be a traveling on Lynch. And then it's going to be South Kingstown basketball. Substitution for the Hawks. You got Wale coming in, number 5, and number 24, Abdullah. Jetson's going to inbound. You see no pressure here for the Hawks, so Rebels can take advantage of this. And it's going to be a stoppage of play here. Wet floor. Little sticky here. Rebels so far, in the last couple of minutes, they've done a great job of getting buckets here and taking control of inching back into that lead, taking good quality shots. And after the little intermission, they're going to break it up and we'll start some play. You got 2:52 left in the third with 27 seconds left on the shot clock. Holland to inbound to Jetson. Jetson now with the basketball. Jetson's going to look for some space, and he's just going to try to give it right back to Holland, which he does. Holland's going to give it to Esposito. Esposito's going to find some space, give it to Holy. Holy air ball. Shepard with the basketball. Jumper, no good. And it's going to be a nice little bucket there for Holy. Wale giving it to Perez. Perez loses the ball. Jetson with the basketball. Jetson is going to go use the bucket to his advantage. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be a charge on South Kingstown. Little hesitation there from the ref. Tough call there for both sides. Jetson's now with the third foul. He's got to limit the fouls there. Tough call. I think it was probably a blocking foul. Wasn't in the circle and wasn't set there. So bad call by the referee. It's going to be Abdullah with the basketball, giving it to Graham. Graham's going to go inside for Hughes. Hughes is going to pass it out to Graham. Graham goes right to the bucket, doesn't even need a dribble. Shepard now with the basketball for the Rebels with 2:03 remaining in the quarter. And that's going to be an easy steal for Graham. Graham with a bucket for the Hawks. Now Jetson with the basketball, guarded by Graham. Jetson gets double-teamed again. It's going to be a steal. He's getting bumped and bruised so far. And that's going to be a dunk for the Hawks. And one for the Hawks. Not a great decision there by South Kingstown. The guy's already right at the basket. There's no point in trying to deflect him. You don't have the height advantage. He's just going to go right over you. You got 1:46 remaining in the third quarter. And it's going to be Jack Graham shooting his free throw, trying to get a three-point play here. Cameron Hughes re-entered the game for the Hawks. Shepard now with the rebound for South Kingstown. Holland now with the basketball, giving it to Shepard. Shepard looking for some space. Still got to get it over the half-court line, which he does, giving it to Jetson. Jetson's going to give it to Holy. Holy to Esposito. Esposito jumper, and it's good. Andujar going to inbound it for the Hawks, giving it to Abdullah. Abdullah with the basketball. Abdullah to Hughes. Hughes is fighting through contact, and that's going to be a foul on South Kingstown again. They got to figure out a way, South Kingstown, to maintain Hughes in the paint without fouling. Well, if you do foul him, you got to be aware that, hey, the foul situation for South Kingstown is not the best. So let's see how he shoots his free throws so far. His first free throw is good. And Mosier is going to enter the game with 4 fouls for South Kingstown, taking out Holy. We'll see with Mosier coming in how they maintain Hughes, if it's any different, or how the speed of the game works. His second free throw is no good, but it's a lane violation, so he's going to get his second free throw here. He's going to get his third free throw here because of the lane violation. So let's see if Hughes can make this one. And that one is off as well. And Shepard now with the rebound, giving it to Jetson. Jetson should go right to the rack. Nope, going to pass it out to Esposito. Esposito for the 3. And that's going to be out of bounds. South Kingstown basketball. Lucky call there for South Kingstown. So far, that 3-point shot that Esposito's taken, I've seen a couple games so far this season. I haven't seen a single person make that 3-point shot right at that exact spot. That spot is unlucky right now. Shepard now with the basketball for South Kingstown. Shepard giving it to Jetson. Jetson trying to fade away. He's going to pass it to Holland. Holland for 3, off the mark, and that's going to be rebound Wally. Wally's going to go right to the bucket. Pass is deflected, and it's going to be South Kingstown basketball. And that's going to be 54.2 seconds left. Holland now with the basketball. Giving it to Shepard. Shepard's got to get it over the timeline, which they do. Giving it to Esposito. Esposito giving it back to Holland. Holland's going to try to... He's going to give it to Esposito. Esposito for 3, just a little further down from that spot I talked about earlier. Perez now with the basketball, giving it to Abdoulaye. Give it to Hughes down low, and Hughes is just going to fade away. Doesn't want to fight through contact there. Shepard now with the basketball with 20 seconds and counting left in the quarter, and shot clock is off. Jetson just barely stepped out of bounds, and that's going to be Hawks basketball with 15.5 seconds left. Perez is going to inbound for the Hawks. Giving it to Abdoulaye. Abdoulaye with the basketball, guarded by Esposito. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Andujar guarded by Shepard, and they're going to go right to Hughes. Hughes with the missed layup there! Oh, but he puts it right back for the Hawks. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. Rebels down 17. With South Kingstown down by 17, we will see how South Kingstown handles the lead. If they try to start pressing and they try to get easy steals or easy buckets, or if they start to be more relaxed and just try to shoot 3-point shots, or if they'll play a happy medium there. Try to get the steals, but if they don't get the steals, play good quality defense, let the clock run out, and then also offensively, What is your game plan? Are you going to try to get easy buckets and get twos and try to, because if you try to get twos, you're going to have more possessions in the fourth quarter. Or are you going to try to shoot 3-point shots? My suggestion would be to drive right to the lane and then hope that you got some open 3-point shooters, pass it out to them, try to get back in the lead, down 17. If you're the Hawks, so far, all you got to do right now is paint, 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 paint. Give it down low to Hughes, and you're either going to see a foul called on South Kingstown or he's just going to body him around. Worst case scenario, he gets fouled, and you're at the free throw line, and he missed both free throws. But at least you still got South Kingstown into foul trouble, so then they have to make other substitutions. Hawks with the basketball. It's going to be Perez going to inbound. Perez is going to give the ball to Abdoulaye. Abdoulaye is going to give it to Graham. Graham guarded by Holland, giving it to Andujar. Andujar is going to try to give it down low to Hughes. Mosier tries to fight for the steal there, but didn't quite get the steal there, and it's going to be Hughes for the easy bucket there. And now Jedson's going to pass it around to Holland. Holland's going to try to give it back to Jedson, but he gives it to Esposito. Jedson's going to go right to the bucket again, and that's going to be Hughes bumping Jedson. Another ticky-tack foul on the Hawks. Jedson for Esposito. Esposito for that corner three. But that corner three is just an unlucky spot so far this season. And with the bonus, it's going to be Justin Perez shooting a 1-and-1. You got 7:28 left in the game. Perez's first free throw is good, so he'll take a second one. And then substitution for the Hawks. You're going to see Lynch come in for Hughes after the coach was unhappy with the little bump bite from Hughes. Perez has one more free throw. Esposito's down the court to get an easy bucket, but Hawks are going to counter with leaving both defenders there. Now Jedson with the basketball. He's going to go pass it around, and it's going to be a quick steal there by Graham. Graham's going to pass it to Perez. Perez bodies, goes around Mosier, and that's going to be a bucket there for the Hawks. Jedson now with the basketball. Give it to Holland, back to Jedson. Jedson now with the basketball, trying to give it to Holland, is deflected by Graham, and that's going to be a foul. And that's going to be a foul again on the Hawks. And it's going to be South Kingstown basketball. Now Walleye enters the game for the Hawks. Jedson to Shepard. Shepard is going to look for Esposito to get open, and nope, he's just going to hand it off to Esposito. Esposito is going to try to look for some space, giving it to Shepard. Shepard now with the basketball. Almost was out of control dribbling there, but rebound there by Mosier, trying to put it back. Mosier with the basket. Hits the end of the rim, and Jedson's dribbling gets deflected by the Hawks, and that's going to be Abdoulaye for the easy layup. And now Jedson with the basketball for South Kingstown, giving it to Holland. Now Jedson with the basketball. Holland back to Jedson. Jedson's going to look for three. Nope. Going to give it to Holland. Holland for Esposito. Esposito's going to try to go right to the bucket. And it's going to be a foul called on the Hawks. So far, a lot of fouls called in this game. A lot of hand fighting so far from both teams. This is going to be Esposito's free throws, and you're going to see and it's going to be a full timeout for South Kingstown as they try to clinch into that lead. If you're looking at the South Kingstown side, offensively, it's been Shane Jedson being the point guard. He's got to pass it out to three-point shooters. You've seen Jaden Esposito make a three-point shot. You saw Shepard make a three-point shot. If you're South Kingstown, you got to hope that one of those guys comes up and makes a three-point shot. For South Kingstown, so far at their home games, you haven't seen a lot of good quality three-point shots. Most of them been rolling around, not made the three-point shots. That's one thing moving forward in the season. You got to have one or two three-point shooters who someone's driving to the lane, pass it out for three, easy bucket there. Driving to the lane for South Kingstown hasn't been that bad so far in this game. The only thing is when you have Hughes down low, there's going to be bumps, there's going to be fights, not fights, there's going to be a little ticky-tack contact there. So you're going to have to deal with the contact going on going forward. But since if Hughes is on the bench for the Hawks, you're going to see a smaller lineup for the Hawks. But when you look at height size, you're talking about right now in the game, you're talking about Lynch 6'4" is the tallest player for the Hawks, and for South Kingstown, it's 6'1". That's a 3-inch difference there. And Esposito's second free throw is good. Lynch is going to give the ball to Perez. Perez is going to try to take the charge going right to the rack. Nope. He's going to pass it out to Abdoulaye. Abdoulaye is going to pass it to Wale. Wale for three. And it's going to be bouncing around. Lynch with the rebound. And it's going to be a foul on South Kingstown. With 6:07 remaining in the game. A lot of fouls called so far. We'll see how going forward if the Hawks can continue to make their free throws. His first free throw is good. And for South Kingstown, you're going to see Holy enter the game for Holland. And Lynch is going to get his second free throw. His second free throw is good as well. Holy's to inbound, giving it to Shepard. Shepard now with the basketball. Shepard now to Holy. Shepard now back to Jedson. Jedson to Esposito, back to Jedson. Jedson now with the basketball, guarded by Andujar. He's going to pass it to Esposito, guarded by Perez. Almost out of bounds as Esposito tries to give it to Shepard, but deflected by the Hawks. And that's going to be a dunk again for Hendricken, and that's going to be Wale. And now Shepard with the basketball. Giving it to Jedson. Jedson now with the basketball. Gets a pick from Mosier. Jedson looking for some space, giving it to Holy. Holy to Shepard. Shepard going right to the bucket. And it's going to be a foul on the Hawks again. Another foul called. Shepard has 2 free throws. Shepard's first free throw is good. Cam Chin is entering the game for the Hawks. And 13, you got entering the game for the Rebels, Nathan Tyler Robinson, as well as number 2, Luca Verdugo. And Shepard's second free throw, battling around, and it's no good. Rebound, Chin. Chin giving it to Perez. Perez to Wale. Wale giving it to Lynch. Lynch is going to look for some space. Not really getting any space against Shepard. Good defense by Shepard. Now giving it to Perez. Perez guarded by Tyler Robinson. Now giving it to Lynch, guarded by Shepard. Lynch, now shot clock at 7. Giving it to Wale. Wale to Perez. Perez, jumper, no good. Rebound, Shepard. Shepard now with the basketball. Shepard giving it to TR. TR to Shepard. Shepard for 3. Off the mark. Rebound, Andujar. Andujar giving it to Perez. Perez, easy layup there for the Hawks. 4:30 remaining in the game. TR now at the basketball for South Kingstown. TR to Perdugo. Perdugo to Holy. Holy to Mosier. Mosier going to give it to Perdugo, giving it to Mosier. Mosier again going right to the lane. And bucket's good, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Another late call. That is the second late call so far on that same exact play. .31 Cam Hughes entering the game for the Hawks and South Kingstown. Cam Holland enters. Hughes is going to go having the basketball, loses the ball, and it's going to be Hawks basketball. .357 remaining. Hughes now at the basketball, giving it to Lynch. Lynch. And it's going to be a traveling violation on the Hawks. And the Hawks are not happy about the call, but they understand. Holland is to inbound to Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson now at the basketball. He's going to try to get a pick from Holy. Nope. Shepard with the jumper. Just off the mark. And that's going to be Lynch with the basketball. Giving it to Hughes. Hughes now with the basketball, giving it to Wale. Wale to Chin. Chin for 3. No good. Rebound. Shepard. Shepard now with the basketball. Holland for 3. Guarded by Hughes. And that's a 3-point shot from Holland. That is the first time this season that I've seen a 3-point shot from that exact same spot. Maybe luck is going to try to go South Kingstown's way. Looking forward into the next game. Hughes with the basketball, giving it to Perez. Perez now with the basketball. Hughes now has the basketball. He's just going to body inside. He gets double-teamed. Now Lynch with the basketball. Lynch giving it to Chin. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Lynch with the basketball, guarded by Shepard. Lynch is just going to throw up a jump shot, and it's good. And now you got 2:50 left in the game. And TR now with the basketball. TR giving it to Holland. Holland quick 3. And it's good, and a foul! That might be a 4-point play here coming up. So you got number 21, Chris Kolb. Number 30, Ezekiel Emmanuel. And number 23, Dylan McClung. So Chin with the basketball. He's going to give it to Wale. Wale's pass is going to be stolen by Holland. Holland to Esposito. Esposito a long 3. Just off the mark. Rebound Wale. Wale giving it to McClung. McClung, and that's going to be a travel called. McClung is actually the tallest player on Bishop Hendricken, listed as 6'8". Have not seen a lot of them so far in this game. Perdugo giving it to Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson now with the basketball. Giving it to Holland. Holland fakes the 3. Going to get a jumper. Good look there, and it's good. 2 minutes and counting for the game. Wale now at the basketball. He's going to get a pick from Emmanuel, and Wale is going to go right to the hoop, and it's good. Tyler Robinson with the basketball. Herman wants to speed up the pace. South Kingstown slowing it down again, and that's going to be a traveling violation on South Kingstown. Ryan Osley, for the first time tonight, is entering the game for the Hawks. Coach Herman wants the pace to be a little bit faster at times. South Kingstown is a little bit tired because so far, if you look at down low, Bishop Hendricken has really dominated the glass. And that's going to be out of bounds. That's going to be Hendricken basketball. Walleye with the basketball for the Hawks. Going to try to give it to Emmanuel, and that's going to be a foul on the... And that's going to be a foul on the Rebels. You got 1:34 remaining in the game. And you got Emmanuel, who checked in just a few minutes ago. He's going to shoot his first shots. And he's got 2 free throws. And his first free throw is no good. One important topic to talk about is Bishop Hendricken is without the Notre Dame commit football defensive end 6'6" Jason Oney. Emmanuel's second free throw is no good as well, and ball hits off of the Hawks, and it's going to be South Kingstown basketball. So on to Jason Oney, Bishop Hendricken, 6'6". He's going to be a senior, going to be a defensive end for Notre Dame. Should be interesting to see how he plays. Watching him with the season, going to be on NBC Sports almost every Saturday. We'll see if he gets to play freshman year, sophomore year. My best bet is he'll probably play some sophomore and junior year and then try to go to the NFL. Dribbling around is Hendricken, and that's going to be another foul called on South Kingstown. A lot of fouls called today. You got 1 minute and 8 seconds left of the game. Osley is going to shoot 2 free throws. His first free throw is no good. And second is no good, but McClung with the rebound, fighting for it at 6'8", and with his height, he just gets a nice jumper there. Esposito giving it to Perdugo. Perdugo with the basketball, giving it to Holy. Holy to Holland. Holland to Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson for the jumper, and it's good. 40 seconds and counting left of the game, and it's going to be Walleye with the basketball. Give it to Emmanuel. Emmanuel is going to give it to Cobb. Cobb fighting around, giving it to Osley. Osley down low. Nope, Emmanuel down low. And it's going to be out of bounds, South Kingstown basketball with 19.2 seconds left of the game. And the shot clock is going to be off. We'll see if South Kingstown tries to get a quick shot here. And Tyler Robinson is going to go right to the bucket for an easy layup. And you got 10 seconds left of the game, and the Hawks are just going to milk the clock. Quick question for y'all. Where did the chicken cross the basketball court? You heard the ref was blowing fouls at the end of tonight's game. 77-56 with Bishop Hendricken having a victory. I'd like to thank my fantastic crew tonight. Cameraman Sam Gregg, as well as behind the scenes Jacob Duhame. I'm Derek DeGallo, and I'm signing off.